been observed by one student regarding the one example that we have done yesterday. So let me make that point clear to you people before we proceed further. So it is all about dictionary part that we did yesterday. So let me move to the particular example. So yesterday we created a dictionary from the list given. And in this, some of the students were asking about the one particular line in which we were trying to remove the values from the dictionary. So when you will look at the code, it's very easy to understand that when we are taking the values primarily from the countries list, so other list values are added into it as a value. So for this, we have taken two nested loops and the result dictionary is initialized, which is in the beginning empty. So for all the key in countries and value in cities, what we are doing, we are just updating the RES dictionary with the value which is taken from cities list and key which is taken from the countries list. So after this, we have done this step cities dot remove and within parentheses value. So after running this program, many of the students have got the output in which only a single entry, that is Washington, was placed with respect to every key. Every key means USA, India, Germany, France. These are the keys in the dictionary, and corresponding to every entry, they were getting Washington. So I will give you 1 minute to just observe this for loop again, because if you are able to understand this logic, then that will be better. Otherwise, I will explain to you. So just look at the for loop, why this kind of problem has occurred and why this cities dot remove and value, this step is needed. So take a minute and observe, and if you got the reply on your own, then you can just respond in the chat window. So let me explain, no props. So till now I haven't got any response. So because we are not telling value to move to the next city anywhere. Shreya Pankaj. Okay. So well understood. As in this particular for loop, what is happening when we are taking up the next key value? Let's say after USA, we are going to the next entry in the dictionary, that is India. So in this entry, again, my second list is taken from the beginning. So because of this reason, what is happening every time, it is just appending Washington as the value in the dictionary. So that's why this particular step has been done, so that we can remove that particular entry which has already been added into the data dictionary. And when next time I will access the cities list, it should give me next entry as the entry required for updating the data dictionary. But there can be another way, means without even using this remove command, you can also go for this. You need to make a little bit change in the logic. So look at this code. So it will just take a few seconds for you to understand that even without that I have done. So this was the code sent by one of the candidate who was getting the error in the final output. So what we have done, I have taken a counter here, c equals to 0 for key in countries, and then we have updated the value in the data dictionary, and I have incremented the counter. So are you getting, without removing, the list still exists as it is, but I am taking the counter value. So next time when I will append the entry in the data dictionary, it will go to the second value in the corresponding cities list. So it means you will have to think of developing your own logic without just copying the things. So there is a solution. Means there is, if you are following that approach, then you require that statement. Otherwise, you can also go without removing the entry. So don't stuck up with the things that always it is needed to remove. If your logic supports, then you can even go without that. So I hope this point is clear and we can move forward. Is it okay with all? I want an active response from your end. Okay, fine. So today we are going to start with file handling part in Python. So in the first half, we will try to focus on text file and binary file. And then in the second half, we will try to explore some of the other file formats which are mostly needed, like Excel file and CSV file. So as you know that as far as the file handling part is there in Python, so we people require handling of files as and when it is having data in it, right? So usually text handling, handling of text files is needed when you are having your string type data or character information in that. But usually we don't perform a kind of structured information in the form of text file. So what we go for, usually we prefer Excel file when we are having lot of data in the form of, you can say, columns or attributes. Say, for example, corresponding to a person, we are having 6 attributes or 6 kind of different information. So rather than maintaining it in the form of a simple text file, in which we will have to apply it with logic also. So it's better to form a structured file in the form of Excel or CSV file. So CSV file is also a comma separated file which can be viewed even in Notepad, which is separated by comma. So otherwise, so better handling where you can easily or with flexibility you can manage your data is a Excel or CSV approach. So here, otherwise, for the understanding of file handling, we will start up with text file. So text files are used to store data in the form of characters or strings, and each line of a file is terminated with a special character. So you will have to take care that once you have ended up with entering your data, you need to specify, let's say after every line I am putting a enter. So when you have ended up with entering your all text, you will have to press enter once so that the blank line will be taken as the end of file. And end of line characters can be other also, like comma or new line character or semicolon. So you can take up any kind of provision in order to just make it clear to the interpreter that where your line is ending and how you want to execute your data. So it ends the current line and tells the interpreter that a new line has begun. So this is the role of end line character basically. And binary files are mostly needed in order to store entire data in the form of bytes. If you are not having, let's say, other than text file also you want to handle, it is the image, audio, or video file. So usually it is stored as a binary file in the form of bytes. So one by one we will see. So you will observe that concept are similar to the things that you have gone through in your other programming languages, and you can easily go through accessing a file. Once you have created a file, so different kind of operations are needed. Like here I have mentioned the three basic operations which are utmost needed are read operation, write operation, and when we are going to append the things, or when we want to seek some information, looking for the particular information. So first of all, we will see how to open a file by using the file handler. So the syntax is very simple. File handler can be any variable which is referring to your file object, and it is equal to open function, and within parentheses 2 arguments we are passing. So the first argument is the file name, and the second argument is particularly the mode. So file name can be any particular file name which is stored in your directory. So you will have to mention the path carefully. The only thing which can create problem in your file handling is the path. So it's better that you go to that folder and right click on the properties and copy the path given over there, so that you should not make any mistake while typing the things. Because usually what happens when you're typing the things, so due to human error, it may create a problem that file not found. So better thing is to just copy and paste it over here in the file name argument, which is the first one in the open function. And then we come to the open mode. So it is asking you that in which mode you want to open your file. Is it a read mode? So for different kind of modes, file opening modes, we are having different kind of mode significance. Like W stands for write mode, R stands for read mode, A stands for append mode. So we will see one by one what are the privileges available and what are the restrictions in each of the mode. So you will have to work upon a mode according to your requirement. If you, most of the time when we are opening a file and it is not allowing us to do any changes in it, so it means some restrictions are there and some privileges has not been assigned to the particular user or the person who is trying to update the file. So it is usually happening with the read mode files when the file is only available for reading. So these are the very, you can say, the basic things. Before you do it using any programming language or using any syntax available, you need to understand what is the importance of this particular file opening modes. So first of all, we will see a file named file demo.txt, and we will open this in reading mode, right? Reading mode means R mode. So this file opening mode is optional if you're not providing any specific file opening mode. So by default, it will take it as read mode. So I'm taking up a file over here, file equals to open, and this directory has been mentioned from where I am taking it, and I'm going to open it in simply read mode. So don't go for as it is copy of this, because you will have to see at which location your particular file is placed. So accordingly, you will have to specify it, and take care when you are copying and pasting the file path over here in the first argument. So the direction of the slash is reverse of this. So you will have to make this bit change. You will have to make it like this, backward slash. So after doing it, you can specify the reading mode. So the first, that is the file path argument, it is in single quotes or double quotes, you can specify, and then we will specify the mode of the file. So it is going to print every line one by one. Suppose our requirement is to take up a line from the file and print here on the output screen. So for this purpose, we are going to make use of for loop. For each in file, print each. So it is going to take up line by line according to the data that I have entered. So the first thing is to create the file, and then only you can go for such kind of reading option. So I have created a file with the name filedemo.txt in this particular directory, and the data that is shown over here is this one. So after every line, actually, we have just pressed enter. So according to that, only the by default end of line character that it is taking is new line character or the carriage return that you are taking up, and the contents of the file will be displayed before you. So this is the very first mode which we are taking here, that is read mode. So just look at the code again and just respond if this part is clear to all of you. So mostly in Python, what happens that two different types of files that we normally handle are text files and binary files. So till now, you people have not worked upon particularly data frames, I think, that is kept for some upcoming sessions. So in the second session, we will briefly make use of it so that you can work upon Excel files and CSV files with ease. So as right now we are simply working upon text files, so we are moving ahead to see what other kind of modes we can make use of. It is taking up line by line. So let us see what is the second mode available here. So we are going to create a file to store the characters in it. Open the file in write mode. So now my requirement is not to read, but to write something into the file. So I need to open this particular file in W mode. And in this mode, we can open the file for writing data into it, and it does not allow us to read the things. So every mode before you use, you should go for reading what kind of privileges it provides. So in this file already, if this file already exists, then the contents are deleted and the current data will be maintained. So this is very important point with respect to the W mode, that when we are using in case of files the W mode, and if that file already exists and contains some data in it, so it is going to just remove or delete the data and the new data will be overwritten in case of W mode. So Python provides you with different file opening modes. So in W mode, as I said, present data will be maintained. In read mode, the file can be read. So usually the file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. And after that, we will make use of certain other modes also, like append mode. In case of append mode, to append the data in the file, we require this particular mode. And appending means adding at the end of the existing file. So the file pointer is placed at the end of the file. And if the file doesn't exist, it is going to create a new file for writing the data. So next, after understanding the limitations of W mode, we will go for this. But here also there is one more provision. If you will make use of W plus mode to write and read data of a file, so the previous data in the file will be deleted and new data will be written, but you can also, along with that, you can read the file. So one by one, we will keep on updating this, means what can be done in addition to that extra. Similarly, you can have R plus mode to read and write data into a file. And the previous data in the file will not be deleted, and the file pointer is placed at the beginning of the file. So you can try out. We are not going to take up all the modes over here. So you can go for reading all the modes available, and accordingly you can go for checking the different modes. Or you can have A plus mode to append and read data of a file. So the file pointer will be placed at the end of the file, and if the file exists, right? So first requirement in A plus mode is if the file exists, it will take you to the end of the file. And if the file doesn't exist, it creates a new file for reading and writing. So this A plus is going to make you available with the two of the privileges. You can read your data and you can append at the end. So append is mostly done at the end of the file. So let us see first of all the point where we have left after reading the file. So again, I am going to make use of another file, myfile.txt, and the mode which I am going to make use of here is W mode. So you can enter the characters from the keyboard. So till now we people have seen that we can make use of here input method. So I am going to make use of input method in order to enter the text over here. So f dot write str. So the string we are just entering here will be stored in the str variable, and then we will make use of write function, f dot write, and within parenthesis str. So after doing this operation, it will simply close the file, f dot close. So you people can just check it out. So on your machine, simply you create a small file, right? Take up a notepad, and in that you type one or two sentences, and you open that file in write mode, and then you people can write something into it. Okay, take your time. So I'm giving you 5 minutes to execute this. All of you are requested to open notepad, write some data into it and save it. Note down the path of the dictionary. Sorry, note down the path of that particular file, and then assign that path to file handler. Open the file in write mode, and then try to add some new sentence into it. Shankar, you have to just look into the path of the file. आप सिंपली जो भी आप डायरेक्टरी के अंदर, डिक्शनरी नहीं, जिस भी डायरेक्टरी में अपनी फाइल को क्रिएट कर रहे हो, उसका पाथ आपको पता होना चाहिए. पाथ को आप प्रॉपरली यहाँ पे कॉपी कर लीजिए. Rather than choosing a long path, it will be better if you can choose some shorter path. तो वहां पर हम जो टेक्स्ट फाइल क्रिएट कर रहे हैं, उस फाइल का आप राइट क्लिक करके पाथ देख लीजिए. गो टू दैट पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्टरी, राइट क्लिक ऑन इट, उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज में जाके आप देखेंगे पाथ आपका आ जाएगा. उसको कॉपी कर लीजिए. आप कॉपी करके यहाँ पेस्ट करना है आपने. So how many of you are able to create a small file? Aman Sharma. So you are able to write. Have you observed the difference that we are just mentioning in write mode? Every time when you will add some data, it will just erase the earlier one and it will simply update the current data. So every time in write mode, it is going to do so. Okay, fine, fine. So I hope only reason for not running the code will be the file path. And the direction of the slash you can observe. When you copy paste the path from there, it is showing you this forward slash, right? So you will have to just make the change in the path. So let us move ahead. So next part is if we want to retain the previous data stored in file and want to add the new data at the end of the file, then we need to open it in append mode. Fine. तो अब हम जो नेक्स्ट करने जा रहे हैं वो अपेंड मोड करने जा रहे हैं. इसमें अगेन हमने क्या है वो सेम फाइल ही ले ली जो भी जस्ट आपने क्रिएट की है. नाउ इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू टू गो अहेड विद द थिंग्स because all of you have created a file at your end, right? So all of you have created a file. So just open that file in append mode. आप उस फाइल को append मोड के अंदर खोलिए और सेम हमने ऊपर वाला ही जो कोड अभी आपने जस्ट राइट किया है सेम कोड को आप रन करके देखिए. Vishal, are you having some problem or you are just showing me in chat window that you have executed the program with success? Vishal Kumar, kindly respond. Code is okay. So are you able to run it successfully? Okay. Yeah, how many of you have done it? Append? Because we have simply made one change into the corresponding content. Rest I haven't changed anything. So it means in the earlier example, when we were working with simply W mode, so we were getting this problem that previous contents were erased and these were not retained. But in order to retain those contents, we have simply modified the file opening mode. In place of W, you people can go for simply making it A mode. So it is going to append the things at the end of the file. Very good. Those all have done at their end. Response is coming from only 5-6 candidates. So what about rest of the more than 100 candidates? Are you people able to do or still doing the things? Fine. So I believe we can move ahead now. So most of you have tried and able to append the file. Okay, Dipanshu Yadav. So I can give you 1 more minute. You can finish it. आपने जस्ट उसमें एक अपेंड मोड ही उसमें आपने अपडेट करना है. So those who have done the earlier example, they can try out the next one. Ekant Garg. End of line is your end of line character. How you have created your file? There are two ways. If you have already created a file and while creating a file, you have always pressed, let's say, enter key, enter key. So it is automatically understood when you are trying to read the file that a new line character has been entered. Another aspect is the file is blank. You are creating a file and you are writing into it, just as we have seen in the write mode. So while creating a file, if you are keeping some new line character at the end of every line, so that is explicitly given in order to make it understand that यहाँ पे आपकी line complete हो रही है और new line आपकी file में update हो रही है. ठीक है, तो आपको कोई ना कोई करेक्टर उसमें ऐसा रखना पड़ेगा जिससे आप उसको रिकॉग्नाइज कर सको कि एंड ऑफ लाइन आपकी हो रही है. तो एंड ऑफ लाइन यूजुअली हम एंटर प्रेस करने की आदत होती है कि एंटर प्रेस किया और आपकी नेक्स्ट लाइन उसमें मूव ऑन हो रही है, तो वो न्यू लाइन करेक्टर को ही आपका उसमें ले रहा है नेक्स्ट लाइन पे जाने के लिए कि इसमें न्यू लाइन का डाटा है. So now you can check it out how to read the file character by character by using the function f.read. Fine. So we are making use of this file, myfile.txt. Open this file in read mode. str equals to f.read. str equals to f.read and then display the characters. Print str and close the file. So take 2 minutes to just do it. We will take up this new line in further examples, so you wait for that, right? So for the time being, you just open the file in read mode. So these are the contents of the file, which is it is displaying, right? f.read. So in my file with this name myfile.txt, hello participants, how are you? This text has been appended earlier. So it is going to read that content character by character and it will display here on the output screen. So now if you want to limit this read function to read only specific, right? So you people can go with the syntax f.read and within brackets the number of characters you can mention how many bytes you want to read. So read specified number of bytes. For this you need to make use of f.read function or method by putting the number of bytes into the argument. आप ये चेंज करके देखिए उसमें. Rather than reading the complete file, I have simply restricted it to number of bytes to be read. Yeah, you can make changes. 5 is not a limit, right? Aman Sharma, जस्ट ये एग्जाम्पल लेने के लिए हमने यहाँ 5 लिया है. आप इसको 8 कर लो, 10 कर लो, तो जितने आप बाइट्स इसमें मेंशन करोगे जब ये रीड करेगा तो ये उतने ही रीड करेगा. मेथड आपको बताने के लिए हमने यहाँ पे 5 यूज किया है. f.read 5 मैंने मेंशन किया तो वो 5 ही उसमें से रीड करेगा. आप इसमें जो भी मेंशन करोगे नंबर ऑफ बाइट्स वो अकॉर्डिंगली रीड करेगा. I hope many of you have done this, so we can move to the next example. So the output here in my case is hello. and the earlier reading mode example were having the complete data. Fine. So it has read the complete data character by character, and then we close the file handler. So here in this case, I have only limited my read method for reading the number of bytes which we are mentioning. Shankar, I hope I have earlier also make you aware of the different file modes. So in case of R mode, you can read the data from the file from the beginning. And for writing, you will have to open it in write mode. आप एक ही मोड में सारे काम नहीं कर सकते, आप स्पेसिफिक जो आपको मोड यूज करना होगा, आप वो अगर आपको R+ मोड आपने लिया तो कर सकते हो. You can read and write data into a file. You can try out. Fine. So I have not done here. You people can make a change. अभी आपने जो R+ मोड में किया था, अगर आप उसको प्रैक्टिस के टाइम आप उसमें कर सकते हो, R+ भी करके देख सकते हो आप उसमें रीड एंड राइट के लिए. So we will take up this, Shreya, in the next upcoming examples. We will make use of for loop, how to do it. So next is a Python program to store a group of strings into a text file. So we are going to append the file with group of strings. So I have just opened the file in write mode. W mode, we are opening the file. So I'm just giving print enter text, and I'm mentioning that at the end I will put @ to end the file. Enter text at the end. So it is just indication for me that if at the end I'm entering this, then it will stop taking the data. Or this I'm maintaining using while loop. So till now you people have gone through all the loops. जो भी काम आपको repeatedly करना है उसके लिए loop तो आपको use करना ही होगा. It will not do it without that. So I'm using here while loop, while str exclamation sign =. Yeah, respond in the chat window why we make use of this symbol exclamation =. Not equal to. Fine. So here I am saying till my data is not equal to @ Fine. So if you want here to stop with some other, kindly change this. आप इस @ की जगह कोई भी और सिंबल आप कंसिडर कर सकते हो कि आपने स्टॉप कब करना है. सो मैंने यहाँ पे क्या लिया है, @ लिया है. उसके बाद हम कर रहे हैं str = input. So I am taking new string. After doing it, if str equal to this f.write. Fine. अगर आपने जो डाटा भी जस्ट एंटर किया है वो @ नहीं है, तो सिंपली उसको क्या कर रहा है, फाइल में राइट कर रहा है. सो व्हाइल राइटिंग जस्ट लुक एट इट. अब हम बेटे इसको फाइल में जाकर, एक होता है आप नोटपैड को खोल के खुद ही पहले उसमें क्रिएट कर रहे हो और रीड कर रहे हो. फाइन. आपने जो इनिशियली जो फाइल क्रिएट की है वो नोटपैड में जाके क्रिएट कर ली है. यहाँ पे हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इस फाइल के अंदर डाटा अपेंड कर रहे हैं और खुद इसमें कोडिंग के थ्रू मेंशन कर रहे हैं कि जब मेरी एक लाइन एंड होगी तो उसमें न्यू लाइन करेक्टर हम प्लेस कर रहे हैं. तो हमने यहाँ पे जब फाइल के अंदर डाटा को अपेंड करना है तो str concat with न्यू लाइन करेक्टर. फाइन. तो हमने एक न्यू लाइन करेक्टर उसके अंदर डाला है. जब भी एक लाइन अपेंड होगी तो उसमें न्यू लाइन करेक्टर जाएगा. उसके बाद हमने फाइल हैंडलर को क्लोज किया है. आप इसको रन करके देखिए कोड को. You keep on entering the strings till you enter at the rate. Fine. मैं आपको आउटपुट दिखा देती हूँ. हमने इसमें जैसे पंकज, आकृति, संजना, निधि, शीतल, तरुण, और जैसे ही मैंने इसमें एट द रेट सिंबल को एंटर किया, सो इट विल स्टॉप writing the data into the file. So I request all of you to do it. Take 5 minutes and do this. आपने एक स्ट्रिंग रीड करनी है, उसमें न्यू लाइन कैरेक्टर कनकैट करके उसको फिर राइट करना है, and you keep on doing this till you enter at the rate, and show me your output if you are able to get with success. Take your time. So Suresh Mishra has able to do the thing. At the rate को हम print नहीं करवा रहे तमन्ना, this we are just doing to indicate that now I want to stop. आप कोई भी करेक्टर ले सकते हो इसमें, जो करेक्टर से आप सिग्निफाई करना चाहते हो कि नाउ द लूप शुड स्टॉप. ठीक है, जो आप इनपुट ले रहे हो उसमें आपको एंडिंग स्ट्रिंग तो कुछ बतानी पड़ेगी, या कुछ और लॉजिक आप ले सकते हो कि आपने फाइल में डाटा जो एंटर करना है कब स्टॉप करोगे. आर यू गेटिंग मी? हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इसमें एक स्ट्रिंग एंटर कर रहे हैं. द प्रोग्राम इज टू एंटर द स्ट्रिंग्स इन माई फाइल विद द नेम myfile1.txt. तो आप ये कब तक करोगे, लूप कब तक चलेगा? आई डोंट वॉन्ट इट टू मेक अ इनफाइनाइट प्रोसेस. तो कभी तो आप स्टॉप करोगे. सपोज आपने 10 स्ट्रिंग एंटर करनी है, तो या तो आप काउंटर मेंटेन कर लो बेटे कि भी इतना हो गया, उसके बाद आपने उसको फाइल को क्लोज करना है. ये जस्ट मैसेज है, एंटर टेक्स्ट एट द रेट एट द एंड, ये सिर्फ बताने के लिए है, आप इसको और कुछ नहीं करना. सो सिंपली दिस इज द मैसेज विच वी आर डिस्प्लेइंग फॉर द इंफॉर्मेशन. हर्षवीर सिंह, ये मैसेज है जो हम सिंपली डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं. आप ना करो, आपको खुद पता होना चाहिए कि आपने कब स्टॉप करना है. देखिए, जो एक गुड प्रोग्रामर है उनकी ये एक नॉर्मल हैबिट होनी चाहिए कि एज एंड व्हेन यू आर राइटिंग योर कोड, your instructions should be well commented and documented, right? So your program should have more and more number of comments where you feel that there is special you are going to do. Because don't think that the code you are creating or doing right now is only meant for you. Always the developer creates a code for others. तो आपका कोड आपको ही 2 दिन के बाद, आप जब उसको 2 महीने के बाद खोल के देखेंगे, आपका कोड आपको ही समझ नहीं आएगा. So the better approach is to get it documented well. Fine. तो आप उसमें जितना डॉक्यूमेंटेशन करेंगे उतना ही आपका बेटर क्लैरिटी से कोड अंडरस्टैंडेबल होगा. सो फॉर दिस पर्पज वी हैव यूज द प्रिंट कमांड, और उसका कोई पर्पज नहीं है. लेकिन हमारे व्हाइल लूप में आपको इस चीज का ध्यान जरूर देना है कि जो कैरेक्टर आप वहां मेंशन कर रहे हैं, जब तक आप डाटा एंट्री के टाइम उसको एंटर नहीं करोगे, इट विल कीप ऑन प्रॉम्प्टिंग यू टू एंटर द डाटा. So it will just take on data and keep on adding the data into the file, and once you will enter this at the rate symbol, then only it will stop your while loop. So I hope this part is clear to all of you. Okay, let's move to the next part. So now we are going to again open the file, and I'm going to make change in the mode. Python program to append data to an existing file and then displaying the entire file. So make a change in the mode and make it A+. जो अभी आपने मोड यूज किया था प्रीवियस, वो राइट मोड था. अब हम उसको क्या करेंगे, A+ मोड में खोलेंगे. तो आप ऊपर देख रहे हैं कुछ डाटा ऑलरेडी हमने एंटर किया. अब मैं इसमें कुछ और डाटा अपेंड करना चाहती हूँ. सो आई एम गोइंग टू यूज A+ मोड. A+ mode. Yeah, who will tell me what additional A+ mode will do for you? Respond in the chat window. What is the difference between A and A+ mode? Very good. So Shivam Maurya has responded, read and append. Well done. Well done. So why we needed this? Okay, then after appending the thing, I also want to read my contents and display it on the screen. So for that purpose, we are going to open the file in A+ mode. So it will also allow us to read the file later on. So just make a change in the file open mode that you have just created with the data of string. उसमें आप मोड चेंज कर लीजिए A+. वापस आपने वही कोड रन करना है, नथिंग एल्स. Take 1 minute. Take 1 minute to do it. आप उसको जो मोड है W की जगह वही सेम कोड कॉपी पेस्ट करके बेटे दोबारा से रन करके देखो. इसमें A+ मोड आपने करना है, and after doing it, you just try to add new data into it. So you will observe that the previous data will not be erased. It will be retained as it is. Newer data will be added into it. So how many you have done? So I hope you have added the newer data into it and it is showing you the updated version of the file. Very good. So do one more change into it now. So we are going to make use of seek method. Put the file pointer to the beginning of the file. Suppose after appending the file with the data that is required, now I want to move on to the beginning of the file. So for this, we are going to make use of f.seek method, where we are going to specify this offset, and from where the two things we are going to specify. Offset means how many bytes to move, and from where means from which position to move. For example, if you are taking f.seek 10,0, so it means position the file handler at 10th byte and from the beginning, right? So from beginning, it will take you to the 10th byte, and from where can be having values like 0, 1 or 2. So 0 means from the beginning of file, because I have mentioned 10,0. So it means from beginning, it will move to the 10 bytes ahead. If I am mentioning 1 means current position. And if I'm mentioning 2 at the second place, I'm talking about the second argument, that is from where. It can be 0, it can be 1, it can be 2. 0 means beginning, 1 means current position, and 2 means from the end of file. So I wish it should take me to beginning of file. So both of these arguments should be 0, 0. And after this, you just read the file f.read, store the information in str1 and print it and close the handler. Update your file. अभी जो आपने अपडेट किए फाइल अपेंड मोड में, आप उसको अब रीड कीजिए इन द सेम प्रोग्राम. आफ्टर दैट you take back the file pointer to the beginning of the file and do it. Take 2 minutes to update the file and then make this reading process and see whether it is reading the data or not. So how many you have done this? Are you able to read the file from the beginning? Only 10 responses are coming. So what about others? I'm giving you time so that you just listening me, but try to do it on your end. Fine, fine. Very good. So getting lot many responses, it means you are able to do it. So shall I proceed further, or somebody is doing till now? Okay, fine. So let us move ahead with the next part. So you can observe that whatsoever output is available here. तो जो हमने पहले डाटा एंटर किया था उसके बाद ये सारा जो रीड होने के बाद जो डाटा है, that is the updated one. So I hope you people have also got the output as per the data entered by you in the A+ mode. So now we are going to read a file character by character. So try this read lines method. Read lines method. Open the file that you have created. Do it at your end. So I'm showing you the code. Open the file which you have just created in the read mode and operate upon it a method f.readLines. So what it is going to do, it is going to read all the lines into a list, because in our that file we have only entered the strings. So you can observe the output here. Now I have just created a list out of the lines in the list, lines in the particular file. So in my file 1.txt, I was having strings stored, and each individual line is now shown to me as a list element. So do this read lines method. So I hope many of you have done. Vasu, so you are getting new line character, because while creating a file, we people have entered the new line character at the end of every string, right? So it will show you in that. So now I wish that this new line character should be suppressed while displaying the output from the file. So for this, we will make use of another method that is known as split lines method. You run this code, open the file in read mode, f.read.splitlines. I hope you are getting me. So those who have run the previous example, they might be getting the new line character, because while creating the file or appending the file, we have taken along with every string a new line character. Fine. So right now I'm using f.read.splitlines method in order to ignore that new line. Now there is a small assignment to all of you. I hope till now, whatsoever methods we have done, you have gone through that very well. So assignment is to create a file. So I'm writing in chat window, open a file in write mode. And if you want to open it in write and read mode, that also you can do. Open a file in write mode and write set of lines into it. I said set of lines. Set of lines, or you can say make a slight change in it. Program to write a file using write line method. आप इसमें करके देखिए WRITE write lines method, and it is to be used for appending your or writing the file with more than one strings. So till now we people are using write method. Write method allows you to write the string which you have just read. So suppose you have a collection of strings. Yeah, who is going to respond? अगर आपको collection of strings mention करनी है तो आप कौन सा data type use करेंगे? List, very well. So first of all, mention a list of strings. अब आपने क्या करना है, राइट लाइंस मेथड उसको यूज करना है और आपको ये सारी की सारी स्ट्रिंग्स उसमें अपडेट करनी है. So I'm waiting for the complete response who is able to do. So we will show it here. Open a file in write mode and write set of strings into it. Yeah, the one who have done can update in the chat window if you are able to do. The method to be used is write lines method. The method to be used is write line method. Okay. So Sudhanshu Sharma has responded. So let me check it out. Sudhanshu, if you want to read and display the same data, so what you are going to do? Can you respond where you have saved this file, file.txt? In which directory you have saved? So what about rest of the persons? Are you able to do it? Right lines method. So your list can be a simple list of strings and write it in the file. I hope all of you are able to do it. So one more response has been received by from Shivam Maurya, and he has tried to read the file also by using the W plus mode, that is writing and reading. So well done to all of the students who have tried to run the example. So we are moving to the next example now. Check whether a file exists or not. So for this, we are going to make use of operating system module OS, and it has a sub-module by the name path that contains a method isFile. I'm repeating, we are going to make use of a operating system, that is OS module, which is having a sub-module with the name path that contains a method isFile. So first of all, we need to import OS and sys, these two packages we are going to use. IsFile method can be used to know whether a file that we are opening really exists or not. Fname equals to the file handler. Simply, I have stored the file name in this particular string variable, and that I'm going to make use of here in this particular if command. If os.path.isFile, within arguments or parentheses, I'm going to pass this string variable, then open the file using this above string in read mode. So if it will find this particular file, it will simply read that by using this file handler. If not, अगर ये फाइल नहीं मिलती तो यहाँ पर ये आएगा मैसेज फाइल नेम प्लस डजंट एग्जिस्ट, and then we will terminate the program by ys.exit method. So you just try to read it first of all. So as and when we write a program, so it is always essential that there should be some check. Fine. Either it is available in the privileges that if certain thing doesn't exist, it is going to create with that name. Otherwise, you people can also check it through the code also. So in the two modules which I have just imported, it is having a provision of isFile method in order to know whether a particular file exists or not. So I request all of you to go through this code and just execute this. Take 5 minutes to run this program and update me in chat window about whether you have done it or not. आपको OS और SYS दो हमने यहाँ पे यूज किए हैं मॉड्यूल्स, तो उनको पहले आपने इंपोर्ट करना है। उसके बाद आपने फाइल की एग्जिस्टेंस को चेक करना है, फाइल एग्जिस्ट कर रही है तो उसे आपने रीड करना है, और नहीं एग्जिस्ट करती तो अब आपको मैसेज डिस्प्ले करना है नॉट फाउंड, एंड देन यू कैन एग्जिट। So take your time to run the code. हमारा भी सेशन चल रहा है। I hope many of you have done the program and it's working at your end. So here are the file contents that we have just read from the file, which is existing with the file name myfile1.txt. So now the last example for this session which we are going to execute is to count the number of lines, words and characters in a file. I'm going to make use of go through the code because now all of you can understand very well, half of the code we have just checked. So in that particular code only, you just initialize these counters. I have taken 3 counters here because I'm interested in counting the number of lines, number of words, and number of characters. So accordingly, you take 3 counters, all are initialized to 0 for line in file handler, words equals to line dot split. So I am taking line from the file handler, words equal to line dot split, and C1 counter we have incremented. C1 is your for lines count, and CW counter is length of words. So after splitting the line, what is the length? So basically here also, if you want to see, you can put words. Again, we are executing. So you can see here that that's why I have not printed here. So I have printed the words variable for you. What it is doing, it is simply splitting it, right? So, and that we are counting length of words. And for length of characters, we are taking up the line variable and we are computing its length. And we are displaying all the 3 counters. So number of lines are 9, number of words are 9 into 8, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Number of characters are 62. Take your are given to you. Lines in your file, and then number of words in that, and then number of characters. So I hope all of you are able to do this. Very good. So the leftover time you can take up for practicing the things. So in this session, we will end up here. So if somebody is not able to do and having some query, they can ask.
Okay, students, if you have any query regarding today's session, you can ask. Ma'am is still there. And you can practice whatever ma'am has given you the assignments in the break after the session. And if you have any queries in that also, you can then ask the ma'am in the next session. So right now, if you have any query, you can write in the chat box. Okay, ma'am, I think we should give some time to
Okay.
students for
Okay.
doing whatever assignments you had given to them.
Okay, ma'am.
And then
So
they can ask their problems in the next session.
okay, fine, ma'am, fine.
Okay, so can we end this session, ma'am, now?
Yeah, from my end, I have covered the content for this session.
Okay.
So they can practice and they can take up the things in the next session if up to this point there is some problem or any query.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
And we will continue in the next session.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
So I think participants, you can ask about your problems and your queries in the next session. You can practice whatever ma'am has given you in the assignments in this break, so that if there is any query regarding the session, you can ask in the next session. So, and another announcement is that all of you please fill the attendance in the sheet shared by Ritika. We still have 5 minutes there. Ma'am, if you want to leave, you can leave.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.